Okay, the human nervous system is made up of network of the nerve cells, or also known as the neurons. And this system is divided into two main subsystems, which is called the CNS, the central nervous system, and also the peripheral nervous system, PNS. Okay, central nervous system includes the brain and also spinal cord, whereas peripheral nervous systems are the one that consists 12 pairs of the cranial nerves and 31 pairs of the spinal nerves. So cranial nerves send nerve impulses from and to the brain. Okay, so look at the terms. Cranial comes from the word cranium, which is one of the bone at the skull. Okay, salah satu nama tulang dalam tengkorak adalah cranium. So whenever you see the terms cranial nerves, you can remember easily. Okay, it's the one that sends impulses from and to the brain. If it is spinal nerves, okay, they send the nerve impulses from and to the spinal cord. Jadi lihat sahaja dia punya terms spinal dekat sini adalah sama dengan spinal cord. Okay, jadi senang untuk kita ingat. Okay, again, this is CNS, brain and also spinal cord, and this is peripheral nervous system, consists of the nerves, cranial nerves, 12 pairs, and that we have spinal nerves of 31 pairs. Okay, lebih banyak. Okay, organization, nervous system has got these two subsystems. Okay, so central nervous system, sebab dia adalah center kan, so it control the center of the body. Okay, yang diketuai oleh brain and the spinal cord. So brain, this is the brain, and it is made up of more than 100 billion neurons. Okay, it is the coordination and control center of us, okay, for humans. The main components are the cerebrum. Jadi kita ada cerebrum. Okay, the parts ataupun the components of the brain. Cerebrum, kemudian ada hypothalamus. Okay, cerebrum dekat sini, hypothalamus di bahagian ini, which is below thalamus. Hyper means below ataupun beneath. Hypo. Okay, dan kemudian kita ada juga the cerebellum. Okay, yang berada di, ya ini cerebellum, iaitu bahagian belakang sedikit, that maintains the body balance, coordination, muscle coordination, contraction for body movement. Kita ada medulla oblongata, okay, yang berada di, it is part of the brain stem, and also this pituitary gland. Okay, ada dua lobe dekat sini, which is just at the base of the hypothalamus. Okay, so structure and function of the brain. Okay, again kita identify dulu. Kita kena pasti dulu dengan structure of the brain. Yang paling besar adalah cerebrum. Kemudian kita ada hypothalamus tadi. Okay, di bahagian bawah thalamus. Dan kita ada cerebellum, bahagian posterior sedikit. This is spinal cord. Dan kita ada brain stem dekat sini. This is brain stem yang terdiri daripada pons dan juga medulla oblongata. Okay, ini satu lagi gambar yang menunjukkan struktur otak. Okay, so let's look at the functions of the cerebrum. Okay, cerebrum itu the largest, bahagian paling besar, most prominent region of the human brain, which is divided into the right and also left hemisphere. Hemisphere sebelah kanan dan juga kiri. And if you look into that, each of the hemisphere has got folds and grooves. Okay, berlipat-lipat dan juga ada groove di sini. The purpose is to increase the surface area of the cerebrum to contain more of the nerves. Okay, the nerve cell. Left hemisphere control all activities at the right side. Okay, dan sebaliknya, for right hemisphere, it will control all the activities of the left side. Okay, so what's the function of cerebrum? Okay, it is the site of intelligence, carries out complex mental processes, so all the learning, remembering, making judgment, semua ini adalah dikawal atur oleh cerebrum. Okay, dan juga you have to remember that it is the center that controls all the voluntary activities of the body, controlling the movement of the skeletal muscle, saat dia mengawal atau voluntary activities. Interprets information from the receptor, ini yang dalam video lepas, di mana kita ada sebut tentang this one. The cerebrum receives information, stimulus from the receptor. When we say the brain as the integration center, this is actually carried out by this component known as the cerebrum, where the information is being interpreted, analyzed, integrated, correlated to produce sensory perception, and then comes up with the appropriate response. Okay, just now we mentioned it has grooves and folds to hold more nerves. The complex, the largest component of the brain, frontal part. Okay, frontal part of the brain. Response is determined, instruction is given to the effectors. Responsible for higher mental abilities. Okay, learning, memorizing, linguistic skills, mathematics skills. Dekat sini, which is similar to this just now. Okay, next we're going to look at another component, which is cerebellum. Cerebellum ini, okay, the one which I've circled red. This cerebellum punya function is in maintaining body balance. Body balance, coordination of the muscle contraction for body movement. Balance, dia punya keyword, control, balance, body balance. Produce precise movement. Coordinates contraction, the contraction of muscles. Also has got two hemispheres with the folds and also grooves to hold more nerves. It is the second largest region of the brain after cerebrum. And dia punya kedudukan di sini adalah posterior side, dekat belakang. Okay, belakang sikit. Posterior side of the cerebrum. Okay, now this one is the brain stem, and we are going to look at ini yang cikgu sudah circle red. So this has got two region, pons and medulla oblongata. So kita akan lihat kepada medulla oblongata. It is at the anterior of the cerebellum. Okay, ini cerebellum dekat belakang. Jadi di depannya adalah medulla oblongata. Okay, so remember medulla oblongata ini controls involuntary action. Okay, tadi which region controls voluntary action? That's the cerebrum. Kalau involuntary, remember that's the medulla oblongata. Okay, examples of involuntary action: heartbeat, breathing, blood circulation, semua ni, vasoconstriction, peristalsis, vomiting, coughing, sneezing, swallowing. Yang ini masuk kepada reflexes lah. Blinking, sneezing, swallowing, coughing. Semua ini dikawal atur oleh medulla oblongata. Okay, yang kalau peristalsis, breathing, all this for digestion, the one that involves smooth muscle. Tapi just now, the one which is the cerebrum, skeletal muscles yang involved. So can you differentiate that? Kalau skeletal muscle ini adalah tindakan terkawal. Tapi kalau tindakan luar kawal, okay, tindakan luar kawal, that's the medulla oblongata. So dia punya kedudukan, it lies below the cerebellum. Okay, sorry, I think we follow the one here in the textbook. It says anterior of the cerebellum. Okay, to describe dia punya kedudukan. Okay, so brainstem ini, this one, the entire brainstem connects the brain and the spinal cord. So ini adalah otak dan kemudian dekat bawah selepas brainstem adalah spinal cord. So brainstem ni sebagai satu, seolah-olah sebagai satu connector. Okay, this is thalamus dan juga hypothalamus. Okay, di sini yang cikgu sudah bulatkan, this is the location of thalamus, and also hypothalamus. Okay, so thalamus ini receives information from all sensory receptor. Okay, remember the terms sensory receptor? Okay, and then it's going to transmit the information to proper region of the cerebrum before further for further processing. So dia macam adalah satu tempat relay point, satu intermediate. Okay, thalamus dengan hypothalamus is located between the brain stem and the cerebrum. Okay. Sekarang ni kita lihat hypothalamus because this is the one that is being highlighted in your textbook. Hypothalamus. When you think of hypothalamus, remember homeostasis. Remember what is homeostasis? Do you know what's the meaning of homeostasis? Ia adalah satu proses to maintain the optimum internal environment for the body to function. All the physiological processes. Okay, when you think of hypothalamus, think of homeostasis. H. So dia ini, that's why it says hypothalamus control the coordination between nervous and also endocrine system. Okay, these two system punya coordination because these two system are the ones that is involved in coordination of the human function, body function. Okay. So it's the control center, CC, control center for body temperature, for water balance, blood pressure, senses hunger, thirst, fatigue. Okay, it connects the nervous system and endocrine system through pituitary gland. Ini dia pituitary gland. Dekat sini ada dua lobus. There's two lobe of this pituitary gland. So that's how this hypothalamus is connecting ataupun integrating between the nervous system and also endocrine system. Dua sistem yang work together for the body function. Okay, hypothalamus, hypo means below. That's why dia adalah situated below thalamus. It's a control center for the one just now I've mentioned over here. Okay, control center. Okay, that's the function of this region known as the hypothalamus.